to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve before you can create a vision board. If any goal that you're setting out, make sure that it is relevant, it is necessary. Don't go and put yourself in high horse and then disturb us in that first night. Please. Happy New Year to you, your friends and family members. I wish you all the best things that life has to offer, and I'm grateful to God for making you to see this amazing year. One thing I'm sure of is that the fact that you are alive to see this 2025 simply means that God has a lot in stock for you. The question is, are you ready for the big plan? Are you ready for these big blessings? All right, in this year, we have to run our life with intentionality. We're going to run our life with intentions. And in this 2025, we're not going to run our life haphazardly, meaning that we're going to have a plan. So in this video, I'll be sharing tips on how to set intentional plan for your life in 2025. So are you ready? If you're ready, get your pen and paper, get a comfortable place and watch this video to the end. Shall we? Hi guys, my name is Okafo Divine Love. I'm a professional makeup artist based in Nigeria. So here are the few tips I'll be sharing in this video. Number one, journal. Before now, if you have not reflect on your past year, on 2024, how you spent your 2024, don't feel like you are wrong. No, you're not wrong. You see, anytime that you wake up is your morning. If you like wake up by 12 p.m., by 1 a.m., by 1 p.m., by 4 p.m., it is your morning. That is when you decide to wake up. So don't feel like you are now behind. No, you're not behind. So right now that you want to start making some new year resolution or plan your life ahead, make sure you do some journaling. Journaling is that point where you start documenting, start pointing out those errors, those mistakes that you did in 2024. So ask yourself, what are those mistakes I did in my 2024? What are those things I did wrong? Write it down. What are those things I want to improve on? Write it down. What do I want to do differently? How do I want to see myself differently? How do I want to see myself this year? Write it down. Those journals will be like a script that will guide you in your 2025. It shouldn't be new year. In this new year, I will not drink this. I will start doing. No, it has to be realistic. So pen it down. It will be your script. Now, the second point I'm making in this video is create a vision board. I've not created a vision board before. This year is my first year of creating a vision board. So one thing I enjoyed, like how I felt, like I had this sense of fulfillment and I had this clarity when I created a vision board. Like for instance, I searched on things, what I want, how I aspire to be, how I want to be, how I want my year to be, like some things I wish to have gained or have profited or have like something I wish to have gotten before this 2025 runs down. So all those things make my plans clear. It gives me clarity. So I just created more like what should I call it? Um a picture folders. Like I added all those pictures together and I saved it in my wallpaper. I'll show an example of vision board. So what it does is that every morning that you wake up, you look at that vision board, it makes you have a sense of responsibility and it makes you accountable. It makes you know that there's something ahead and it puts you back on track each day. So create a vision board. After, you must have journal. Why I mentioned journal as the first thing, because you have to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve before you can create a vision board. If you don't have a clear vision of what you want to do differently, you cannot create a vision board. So journal and then create a vision board. And that brings us to the third point. So the third point we're making in this video is setting smart goals. This point is where I'm going to actually buttress more because it's very, very important. It's very, very paramount that you have a clarity of what you want to do for yourself this year. So SMART goals is like an abbreviation. Our S stands for specific, while M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for relevant, T stands for time bound. All these things listed will help you have a clear vision, a clarity of how you want to achieve your goal or attain those goals that you're already written out. Like I said before now, this year we're not working with new resolution, we're working with new year intentions because resolutions are strict. For instance, in new year resolution you will say something like, this year I want to go to gym often, I want to go to gym every day, I want to start a business, I want to find a man, I want to pay off my debt and all that. But when we're working with new year intention, like I'm teaching in this video, instead of saying I want to pay off debts, you'll be like, I want to pay off 10% of my debt this year. Because what if you are owing 1 million? And what if this year all you will make this year is 1 million? That means you will spend your whole life paying debt. So you have to make your goals or your plan realistic. Or for instance, you say, I want to find man, I want to marry this year. It doesn't end by saying that I want to marry this year. The question is, what are you doing to get the man? Or are you expecting the man to come to your house and meet you? No. So you might just say, instead of saying I want to find man, be like, I'll go for 3 dates. I will go to 3 dates in 3 months or in 2 months. Do you get? So all you have to do is, instead of you to always staying indoor, you make chance, like you create time to go out there and get your man. Your man is not going to see you in your house. Do you understand? Let us start explaining those SMART goals one by one. The first one is specific. Your plans, your goals. What are those goals you want to achieve? It has to be specific. It has to be straight to the point. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to get from it? For instance, instead of saying I want to get fit this year, you tell yourself, in order for me to get fit this year, I will be running 3 times a day, or I'll be going to the gym 2 times in a week. Is realistic than saying I want to be fit. I want to be fit. How? Like, you have to be straight to the point. In order for me to be fit, I need to be going to the gym 2 times every week. Now, it's making the whole thing look what? Clear. Gives you clarity on what you actually want to achieve from this goal. The second point is measurable. In order to set this goal, these goals that you have to make sure that you have a track record, like you have actually set out criteria or steps or things that will make you achieve it. The first one is what? Specific. You have to be clear. Now, in order to achieve that goal, it has to be measurable. And by being measurable, you have to set track record, like something that will make you identify your progress in these goals. Something that will make you know that yes, I'm actually making an achievement, I'm actually making a move, I'm actually making progress. Do you understand? So for instance, let's say that you want to save like 30,000 naira by 6 months. I know. I'm just making an instance. A new intention, because you're working with intentionality. Instead of saying I want to make 30,000 naira in 6 months, you will say, okay, in order for me to get this, I will be setting out like 5k every month, 5k every month, 5k every month to 6 months should give you 30,000 naira. Or in order to break it further, you might say, for me to make this 30k in 6 months, I need to be saving 1,250 every week till the next 6 months. Then that way, it gives you a clear vision. So anytime you did not save that amount of money, you know that you are missing out. So your goals should be measurable. The next point is your goal has to be achievable. That goal that you are writing now, that thing that you want to achieve, is it actually achievable? Is it attainable? Is it within your current financial capacity? Or do you want to be in debt in order to achieve this goal? So if you're setting a goal, make sure that that goal is something realistic, something that you can actually attain. Is it attainable for real? Don't go and tell yourself, I want to buy a private jet, when your business has not actually made 1 million naira before. Or I want to travel to Santorini, I want to travel to Dubai. You don't have anybody that can fund that dream. When your business, you are still begging for mouth to mouth now to even see food and eat. Please let your goals be achievable. Let it be something realistic. Make sure it is within your financial capacity when setting a goals. Then the next one is relevant. Is your goal relevant? Is it really necessary? Must you invest your time in this goal? Is it something that is worth it? For instance, I use Santorini. Going to Santorini, is this something that will add anything to your life? Do you deserve it? With your current financial status, do you deserve that Santorini trip? Like, make sure your goals are relevant. Do you understand? Then the next one is time bound. You see, me, I believe solely in time for anything that you want to do. When you set time for something, it makes you accountable. It makes you get back on track when you are losing it. It makes you to brace up and get back to what you're supposed to do. It makes you do what you're supposed to do when you ought to do it. Do you understand? So set a time. If you want to, for instance, that part where we mentioned 6 months, you want to make 30,000 naira in 6 months, you need to make it always do what you're supposed to do when you ought to do it so as to hit that 5k target in a month. So it will make you to know that there's a target ahead, and you should always do that which you ought to do in order to achieve that target. Do you understand? Remember, in setting the goals, make sure they are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, they are relevant, and they are time bound, so that it will give you clarity and make you stay motivated and make you to do what you ought to do when you ought to do it. The last point I'm making in this video is the God factor. See me, I trust God. I believe God so much that I will always speak about Him in everything I do, in every video I make. I will always speak and boast of Him, because when you align God in your plan, it makes everything easier. You see, you might have all the plans in the world, but life will always happen. Life is unpredictable. But when you have God and the gifts of the Holy Spirit, it always brings nudging in your spirit when going gets tough. It always give you this strength to brace up and get back to track when things are not going your way. So in this new season, in this new year, make sure you put God in your plans. Make sure you incorporate God in all your plans, and He will make all your paths straight. He will make everything to align in your favor. Always add God to your plans. I believe by now you must have give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Help me help me push this content to many other people by liking and subscribing. I want you to write in the comment section, I will make smart goals this year. Write it in the comment section. I can put your name. I will make smart goals this year. I, Okafor Divine Love, I will make smart goals this year, and I will achieve all the goals I've set out. I believe you learned one or two from this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends. And most importantly, turn on your post notification button so as you can be notified once I have a new video. With that, see you in my next video. Bye.